Hi, I'm Meika Decher, and I'm the owner and trainer here at Polestar Farm in Lake Stevens, Washington. We have a combined training facility, so we do both dressage work and eventing, but mostly I compete in eventing. And I wanted to show you a video that I made about with a young horse, a 5-year-old stallion named Painted CF. And this is his first day out in cross country. And I wanted to kind of lead you through the steps that it took to get him here. We very affectionately call him Ted, which is his barn name, and it's very suitable for him. He's a mellow, easygoing stallion who's an absolute joy to have around. Like any young 5-year-old who's just learning the ropes, they sometimes make a few mistakes, but Ted doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of them. He's a pretty willing horse. In order to get ready for this cross-country schooling, I took Ted out in the field for a few days of just flat work and walking by himself out in the field. I wanted him to be comfortable being alone and not worried about where the rest of his herd was. So in this part of the clip, I'm just introducing him to our colored logs, and these are just logs on little feet. They are hopeful level, they're quite easy, but some of them are quite brightly colored, and they do take a peek at them. And what is not shown on the video is how many times I trotted back and forth over the logs, helping him get comfortable. So you're just seeing me canter away and he looks fine, which he is. So now I'm starting to piece a few jumps together. I'm really happy with the quality of his gallop. He's rhythmical, he's not rushing, he's not pulling in the bridle. He seems to me to really be enjoying his job right now. So now you see I'm starting to introduce him to the bank. And I'm starting with the up bank because horses find them quite natural. And I'm also grabbing onto a big chunk of his mane because I'm a firm believer that I don't want to get him in the mouth should he decide to do something surprising. Some young horses are prone to leaving out of stride and jumping super big, and if I grab mane, I'm more likely to stay with him. And the down bank is always a little more interesting than the up bank. It's more likely to cause a refusal or a sudden surprise by the horse than the up bank is. And as you can see, Ted absolutely did not care about it, and I was very proud of him for that. But by going up the bank quite a few times, that mentally prepared him for the down bank, and so I wasn't surprised that he was so willing to do that. And then you can see I started adding a few jumps together on a course, and anything I was concerned about, I brought him back to a trot because I wanted him to take the time to look at what he was doing, organize his feet and his brain, and do a good job. So introducing a horse to water is always a challenge for some horses. For Ted, it wasn't much of one. He shows the usual amount of surprise that there's water in front of him and it's a big, vast amount, and I'm asking him to go into it. But I don't apply too much pressure, and I help him understand the question and make a choice on his own. And I find that they're much more likely to go forward and be comfortable with what I'm asking him to do if I have not put the pressure on him too much. So once he gets in the water, then it's my job to go in and out quite a few times. I want him to have lots of repetition when it comes to marching in and out. When you're on course, you don't have very long to soothe a horse to get them into water. So when the horse first sees the water jump on course, they need to be relaxed, comfortable, and say, yes, ma'am, I'm going to go in that. And the way you do that is by schooling them with confidence at home. So lots of repetition and getting them to be comfortable with splashing in and out and knowing that it will never hurt them, or I'll never put him in a situation that makes him uncomfortable. That is what is going to get me a clear round when I start competing him. And you can also tell in this video, you're not going to see me drop down a bank. That's a much more of a bravery question than what I feel like he is prepared for on this first day of schooling. So I ask him to jump up out of the bank, and he does it well, and I think that's good enough for his first day of cross-country jumps. I hope he has much fun watching the video as I did making it. Ted was a great boy, and stay tuned for more on Ted's excellent adventures.
Little lead change there. Good boy.